So let's get it on. So anyway, some of them are something that I already know. Some of them we already were doing. Some of the things we stopped doing. Some of the things we are not doing so qualitatively. So it's funny that after going to the conferences and really learning like latest things that people are talking about, it's like, why I'm not doing that anymore? I used to do it, but I'm not doing it. Brand analytics. When you start selling on Amazon, then brand analytics, search query performance report. I mean, I've completely forgot about it, but one of the most important reports. Again, if you sell something, then this shows you exactly organic information. Where is your product actually selling and which keywords are organically actually making you money? So when you find that keywords, then you can obviously like target the ads and everything towards these keywords that are important, and make sure that they are a headline. Make sure you understand the customer on them, and you kind of reorganize everything on these keywords, because these are also the fastest way you get Amazon selling sales badge. Reimbursements, again, we used to do it really heavily, but Amazon constantly loses the stocks that you are sending to Amazon. So sometimes they lose 90 units, sometimes 100 units, sometimes 200 units, sometimes 50 units, sometimes 10 units. It's all money. I was just looking at my reimbursements, which I haven't done because of my employee who was doing with this left last year. And Amazon probably owes me like $10,000. I'm not even asking. So they're not going to knock on my door either, right? So, hey, we lost these items for you. Can I give you money? They're not going to do that. So we need to ask them. Choice badge. The cool thing about Amazon's choice badge is that it increases conversion 25%, and it's a keyword based. Amazon best selling badge is like a heaven for sellers, but it's like a more difficult to get than ever. Best selling badge is category badge, choice badge is a keyword badge. It's like, imagine you have only one, two, three categories per product, but you have hundreds of keywords. So getting a keyword search, Amazon search choice badge of keyword is really, really good. Fill the back end with I mean, like when you create your listing on Amazon and you don't really fill that back end with all the necessary information. I mean, you don't even know that Amazon requires information, some type of information on the back end of the listing. And if you don't fill it, you will not get so much ranking juice. I mean, there was one guy presenting this and says like they have done many tests, and if your listing is not fully compliant, it will not give you more juice. So again, it's weird, and this is a weird stuff there. Only from this link you can actually find these things you need to add there. Hook in the title gives you great boost in click-through rate. Again, what is hook? Like hook is something that if you go to review insights, then people are actually using some type of words like heavy grade, like easy to use, like these type of words that people use, which are super important for them. Again, like it's the first part of the headline. One guy presented that if you put it on if you put it on the main image, if your main image can contain the main benefit or main interest that the person has towards your product, well, how do you do that? You go to any listing, you open X-ray tool, there's a review insights. In the review insights, you will see commonly used words, what people are using. So if you use these words on the main image and in the first part of the headline, you will get a really huge boost in click-through rate, means that people will click your product more. All right, let's go next. Ads. I mean, it's funny that there's a tool IntentWise, which you can check it out, but you can nowadays optimize your ads for a specific time and specific day. For example, if you're running ads and you can see that on Sundays or Saturdays, nobody's buying, but you're running ads, you're wasting money. Or during the nighttime, nobody's buying. Like, why would you run ads to the people on the nighttime who's just browsing around? They're not buying, they're just maybe browsing, right? So you can optimize and save a ton of money by actually advertising on the times that you have either high conversion rate, or then on the evenings when all the rest of the competitors have run out of budget, you get low cost per clicks. Okay, so next one, maybe this is good for people who haven't released any products yet. You can go to YouTube and watch how it's made. Maybe you can find a video about your product, how it's made, and so you can understand your product better. Like sometimes, you know, there's this, even if you talk about zippers, there's like 7 to 15 different zippers you can ask from Chinese suppliers to add to your product. So you cannot even imagine how much difference, like small factors there are, you can adjust on your product, which will make basically the total cost of your product. So looking at how it's made videos about your product will give you information what to discuss with supplier if you want. So make sure the highest first most relevant phrases are in the title. So what I mean by that is that actually data dive turns out to be an amazing tool. I've been only using this before a little bit, but if you use it correctly, and I had a chance to be on a training with this data dive guy and he could teach me how to use it. That's just an incredible tool. I mean, like nowadays, I don't think any other tool gives you so much information about all the keywords you have to be indexed. And for example, like a bag or like toiletry bag can be said in many different ways. There's toiletry bag, there's bathroom bag, there's different bags. The same product can have many different roots of words, like toiletry bag, bathroom bag. Now, if you leave bathroom bag out of your title, then bathroom bag have maybe 100 variations. Bathroom bag, like on the black, like whatever, like with zipper, whatever, you know. Then if you don't index these root keywords, then you're screwed. Every root keyword is like a chain, you know. If you leave that chain out, a lot of these little parts, little small keyword phrases that connected to that root chain will be dropped off. All right. So make sure your root keywords are in title, listing as exact phrase, and so it's funny that I was always thinking that I was always taught, and a lot of people were always telling that don't repeat keywords. So don't use exact matches in the title or in the bullets. Like one time mentioning your product is enough, but now I start analyzing my own products with data dive, and it seems that it's not enough at all. You know, you could put like toiletry bag and toiletry, and then you put like a bag in some different area, and then it doesn't connect it. It doesn't simply connect. So what data dive suggests is that you will use root keyword phrases as exact phrases in the title, and the title is purely for SEO, what they say. Well, other guys said that, you know, beginning of the title is still a hook, you know, to put there something that matters to people. For example, like easy to use. If easy to use is really important for people about the product, then you put easy to use and your main root keyword, right? So it somehow works really well. Next one. So that's a really cool, I mean, that's a cool thing I learned here, but imagine like your listing sells the best when you know exactly what customer wants to know to make the smart purchase decision, and you can give them that information in 3 to 5 seconds. You have 6 listing images to convince your customer to buy from you. And if every listing image doesn't have a purpose that can be described in 3 to 5 seconds, you are losing the customer. When you confuse, you lose. So what it means is that like every listing image, for example, like let me give you an example, okay. The sneakers cleaner, like the cleaner that's meant for shoes. So what customer needs to know? They need to know, is this good for my shoes, right? So what do you want to put on an image? You put an image headline, compatible with these shoes, and you put picture of the shoes there. Sneakers, like boots, whatever, right? What else do you want to know? Does it ruin the material for my shoes, right? So what type of materials it's good for? The second picture, you put this sneakers cleaner is good for these materials, and you show them the materials, right? So you have to be able to to comprehend the purpose of the image is super important, because if you confuse, you lose. If you put too much stuff on an image, you somehow it's super difficult to understand. It's going to be not so cool. Okay, head to toe purpose around head to toe strategy. Again, I wrote it down because one of us Estonian sellers who is making 20 million a year has really said that in the conference, and I kind of was doing that before myself. But the idea here is that, for example, if you sell something for, let's say something for horses, right? Then you want to build a brand around that person, that person who loves riding, loves horses, and maybe they have certain, they want to buy, you want to provide that person more products connected to that hobby they have, right? Or if your product is around moving from one apartment to another, or when your product is about maybe even or let's say your product is about hair, then you kind of want to build a brand that has more products for the same customer, resolving the same issues they have. And so it's easier for you to kind of think from the beginning this way, right? Next one, knock off your own products quarterly, yearly. What's the next level of your product? And again, good question always when you sell something is that, okay, ask yourself instantly, okay, so if I'm a competitor and I want to sell this product, how can I make better product than I already have, right? Can I test it out? Because the fastest way for you to release the second product is to improve the first product. If it sells, of course, right? Let's see. Okay, next one is really cool. 6-star experience. So getting reviews is super difficult nowadays, and actually getting bad reviews is even worse. And so when you are creating a product, imagine if you open the package and on the package there's a text this product awaits you, or we are happy, make them something that makes them smile. For example, there's something that for the pet lover, that your pet will definitely love this, will pet be in heaven with this product, or something that makes people to smile, something that's a little bit more personal than just a product. Secondly, if your product has extra surprise items, products, something that are not mentioned on the listing, it's like, hey, we're so happy that you bought from us, here's a little gift for you. We added a little gift for you. I mean, if you surprise and over deliver, then these people are less likely to give you a bad review if something is wrong, right? And so sometimes this little extra item can cost you 20 cents. Or if you do ChatGPT, even with ChatGPT, you can print how to things related to a product, tips and tricks related to a product, history related to the product, maybe some sort of services related to your product, whatever. You can gather information, you can print it out on a paper, and it costs you maybe 50 cents per journal, but you can already have some little Wikipedia to your product, for example, add to your product, and this is a gift for you. Again, good stuff. Again, next one. If you want to try, a lot of people have problem finding manufacturers, right? Where do you find manufacturers in Europe? Well, the best way, you go to the trade show website, and then what do you find there? You find there a bunch of manufacturers, even from your own country. Look the trade shows, look what type of manufacturers from your own country are visiting these trade shows, and check out what products they have. Again, maybe that's the fastest way to release something. You can speak with your own language with this factory, and maybe they have something in stock, so you can check it out. You can go check the product, because when you can go and check the product, touch the product yourself, it's so much different than talking to Chinese over somewhere far away, right? And again, if you have a product that actually sells well on Amazon, for example, if you have some products that sells well in USA, Why don't you do near sourcing? Near sourcing is something that, okay, I have this product selling in USA. Why I'm buying this from China? Maybe in Mexico is someone who can do it at the same price. It's actually cheaper to ship from Mexico to USA than from China to USA, right? So near sourcing is something that you find that manufacturer near the product you sell, okay? Near where you sell the product. Sorry. And so if you have your own design for your product, then the one person said that they recommended you to actually sign the non-disclosure agreement with Chinese suppliers before you give them your design, because this way you will somehow make the deal with them that do not sell my design to anyone else, neither sell my design yourself somewhere else. Usually if you have good relationship with supplier, they don't do that. But then again, doesn't hurt to sign it. Validate supplier, you can always ask required certificates and documents. Again, do the listing on Amazon before you send any money to any supplier. You have to do your listing on Amazon. You have to do your shipping plan on Amazon. It's a dummy listing, some dummy shipping plan before you send any money to any supplier. And of course, always, if they have certificates then already to provide you when you talk to them, then it means that they might be legit. Again, now next one, make a great introduction to your brand, to the manufacturer. Don't be mediocre. Make sure that they feel you are a valuable asset to work with. So what I mean by that, so imagine people trying to sell on Amazon, right? So imagine how many people are going to suppliers and say, hey, do you have 300 units of this? Do you have 50 units of that? Do you have 200 units of that? Do you have 300 units of that? They are sick of this. They don't want to hear that. They are super tired of hearing people saying that, right? So what do suppliers want? Supplier wants that someone gives them story about how cool, something like that you're a serious person, right? So if you don't have a brand, then you need to come up with something. If you have a brand, it's even better, but introduce them, give them okay, so how much you plan to sell that product? You know what I mean? Come on, you can already with ChatGPT, right? Tell me, write impressive introduction about me to Chinese supplier, tell him that I plan to sell so many units in so many countries, so many places. That's my plan, that's my goal, that's our idea. I mean, if you give them this plan, okay, I'm planning to sell in this country, this country, this country, don't say Amazon, but you will come somehow giving them information they want to hear before you ask information that you want to hear, right? And that's what matters, by becoming a little bit different when you talk to manufacturers, because everybody going there oh, give me 300 units, give me 550 units. I mean, they're tired of this. So be nice, be somehow different a little bit. Maybe you can even send a PDF, put a logo there on top with Canva, right? Do it really somehow different way, so you will be treated instantly differently too, right? So the way you treat them, the way you introduce yourself, the way you get treated somehow. That's the point. Next one. Okay. Q&A videos. I never thought about this, but we should do Q&A videos to add them to the listing. I mean, the videos are in the bottom of the listing, and I never thought about that. I mean, this is super cool idea. And what else? You go to there's a lot of questions people are asking about the product, and why not make one video about your product and upload to Amazon? Super simple. Again, pushes down also these competitors on the bottom of the listing, right? Virtual bundles, same thing. If you do virtual bundles, you have several products on Amazon. The main purpose of the virtual bundles is to push down the competitor's listing on Amazon page. So if you have 5 to 7 virtual bundles, you have competitors are coming later, So that's one of the key. Next one, ask yourself, can you sell the same item to different demographic? That's one way to actually, let's speak about the horse products, right? So when you sell something to women, the next horse product might be for men, right? So same product can be sold sometimes same product can be sold to different demographic. Believe me, like for example, kites, like Adults are buying kites, like children are, like for children, the kites are bought as well. So, and never sell the same product for different demographics under one listing. It's not good. I mean, adult doesn't want to buy children product for themselves, and you know, also it's weird to buy something for your kid if it's meant for adults, right? So again, this is the easiest way maybe sometimes to somehow like reposition your product to the different demographic, different type of person, and somehow like create instantly two listings with the same product, same brand, same manufacturer. Okay. There's a good book, Systemology. I need to check this. This is the book that speaks about systems, how to create systems. Storefront. Again, check it out. Make sure you ask people to follow. And Storefront is like social media site basically. You can ask people to follow your storefront and optimize it based on search query report. So search query report shows that these keywords that are producing you the most sales for all the products, make sure these keywords, these products, the products are there in the storefront, and the texts and pictures are there in the storefront that make the most impact to your search query report. So I don't know how to explain it. A+ content, EBC. I mean, if you scroll down on the listing, you see all these extra images there. I didn't know that every image has halt texts, 100 characters, and you can stuff keyword phrases there, and they are working to rank your product better. Like it's like 100 images, 100 characters. You have like 10,000, like 10,000 characters to stuff keywords in. So again, it helps to rank the product, as they say. Next one. Yeah, if something doesn't work and you have brand registry done, the brand registry ticket is the fastest way to solve your problems on Amazon. Speaking about parents and childs, if you have a good listing, I mean, it's nice to release new products as a child, but when the product is taking off, the child will take off, then separate them, because you don't want to keep two stars together. You can measure child's rankings once, like ranking with the Helium-10 tool actually. Yeah, always sell one demographic at your listing. Create brand around customer goal, not about your products. Advertise on low quality. Oh, this is good. Advertise on the low quality products listings. So, for example, if some of your competitors have lower review score than you have, then it's perfect to advertise on that listing, because this guy has lower rating, and if someone clicks that lower rating product, and you have a higher rating there, advertising on that listing, then you have more likely to get a sale. Just something to test out. Yeah, pattern field on the back end, add main keyword to rank better. It's not available for all the products though. Title density on X-ray keywords. When you go to the Amazon, you open this Helium plugin. You'll see X-ray keywords there. There's a metric called title density. I never knew about what was title density, but basically it's something that also that data type shows. It shows how many competitors have that keyword phrase in the title. So yeah, so here you go. So review insights. Here you go. If you open review insights, you can learn about these words here, like review analysis. So if you put easy to use shoe cleaner, for example, these two words are important for the customer. If you need to put this on the package, if your main image contains these words, then automatically you get more clicks. Automatically you get more clicks. It's psychologically said, and many guys told that, like you actually want to design your package this way that these big letters of this, what matters to the customer, are instantly in front of them. Second thing, again, shoe cleaner, for example, yeah, here you go, you can, so this is the keyword. Title, yeah, so let me go back here, review insights. Yeah, so here you can review analysis, you can see words that matter to the customer, and so using this on the main image, on the package, really makes a big difference in clicks. Now, if you have variations, you can see here the variations which product has which product has different ratings. And before I also talked about this X-ray keywords, that sometimes when you're looking at IQ score or whatever metrics in your X-ray keywords, then there's a title density, which shows like how many people from the first page has that particular phrase on the main title. If you have many people using the same keyword in the same title, then it's not so cool. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, so black box product. In the black box there's a product section which can actually find a good way to find different frequently buy together items to add to your product to make a differentiation and to impress people. I mean, like again, like if you want to build something new on the market, the easiest way, fastest way is to add something that people want with your product together. Like, right, combine that together and push it to the market. And black box product helps you to do that. Review insight, way to see child reviews. Yeah, that's a good thing. Gives you main topics. That's what I already talked about. How people are using the product. Else. Yeah, in review insights you can also extract negative and extract pain points. So by extracting negative pain points, you can use this to create images. Like if people are complaining about something really often, then why not to have an image about it? Or why not speak about supplier about that problem, like we talked about in the blueprint, right? And again, like review insights can do it quickly. Helium 10 listing analyzer media comparison is a cool tool. I never used that before. Basically, what it means is that it can give you different competitors' images in one view, and so you can see what type of images they have, and so then you can figure out what type of images you can produce to your product based on what's on the market right now. Datadive has the same thing, by the way. There's a deep dive there. And the key to Amazon listing images is one way to figure out what are Amazon images you need to do is to just see what competitors have, what type of images they have, one topic per image, and try to just list a bunch of type of images that you can create for your product and just create them and just split test them. Okay, find high sale month and day and look at your brand analytics search query report on high sales times to find keywords that are in that keywords are keywords from that area. For example, in the Christmas time when you do a lot of sales, or maybe your product has a specific season, then during that season you have additional keywords are popping in where you're making money. So again, if you know these keywords, next time the season comes, you can optimize your listing, maybe make a better team around these keywords so you can produce more sales. Again, Spanish keywords on Amazon USA. Amazon USA supposedly are translating your listing automatically to Spanish. But if your A++ content has your texts are on the images, then these are not translated. On the back end, Amazon, you can click the button on the EBC inside the EBC area to translate your EBC A++ content to Spanish as well. If someone from that language is browsing on your listing. But anyway, make sure you also in America Spanish keyword roots are on your listing. Virtual bonds are important to push down other products away from your listing. Again, A+ content, make sure Spanish version. Yeah, that's what it said. Don't assume you're indexed. Always double check. I don't know. That's set up auto. Oh, that's cool. Helium 10 supposedly have auto review request somewhere. I haven't found it yet, but the guys show that. I need to check that presentation again. But something that is going and pushing these buttons on orders, when someone orders something that automatically goes in and clicks the button to ask review. What else? Yeah, I mean, if you want this the sale price on your listing, means that like 50% off of that, then you need to put higher price, and you need to get one sale with a higher price. Then when you discount your product, it gives you this huge red percentage there, helps you to sell more. Then we have retargeting ads. I mean, we are actually running it. I didn't even know. But funny that retargeting means that people who looked at your listing but they didn't buy, and people who bought from your listing, you can still hunt them around on the Amazon, and maybe they want to buy. So Google Ads you can use to send traffic to the Amazon. I mean, but the cool thing was that the cool tip I found was that you can put your product name and Amazon. If people are buying, like for example, like toiletry bag Amazon, if they put toiletry bag Amazon, then they want to buy toiletry bag from the Amazon, and this is the way you can send with the attribution link traffic to Amazon. Amazon pays you 10% from it gives you some 10% of extra credit if you do that, and so Amazon is paying you when you send traffic to Amazon. It's funny. And the attribution link will give you the ability to measure the traffic that goes from Google. Now, next one is Adobe Firefly. That's speaking about AI tools and the graphic designs. Then Adobe is a huge company. Like everybody knows Photoshop, right? And most likely in the future, the biggest companies, organizations are, taking the AI dominance, right? For example, for the images, most likely Adobe will have a huge market share on the AI when it comes to images, because they have the money and they have all the resources and tools already to produce something around AI. And nowadays we have already Adobe Firefly has this ability to, you can basically take an image, select some area and type that, put arrow there or put whatever there, it automatically puts something on that image. You can remove yourself completely from the background and attach it perfectly to some area or other place. You can create images with the text. Adobe Firefly is something that we need to explore. And again, use ChatGPT Midjourney for idea generation. That's another thing I never thought about. Like imagine you want a package for your product, right? Then right there in the Midjourney or ChatGPT, I want package for my product. Can you give me a prompt for Midjourney, right? So ChatGPT will, okay, so what type of product? Or ask ChatGPT, I want to create a beautiful package for my product. I want it to look like this, like that. Can you create me like a description prompt for Midjourney? And then you use Midjourney to generate you different type of designs for the package. While when you find something nice, you can take that package Midjourney image and send it to graphic designer and say that this is how I want package want to look like. Can you design something like this? What else? Logo for your brand, right? Now, again, you want logo, right? So you can use Midjourney to generate a different type of logos. You can use text to describe the logo. Okay, Midjourney put some mumbo jumbo text there, but you can use the image to send to some graphic designer and say, I want that logo. Just put this text there, and they will create it. So what I want to say that ChatGPT can help you to generate prompts for Midjourney AI, which can beautifully create you images, ideas for the Amazon images, ideas for the package designs, ideas for the logos.